Have you ever wondered why some highly intelligent individuals struggle with low self-esteem? It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? These people, blessed with great intellect, often grapple with a sense of self-doubt and inadequacy. This intriguing pattern has been observed in many bright minds around the globe, and today, we're going to delve into this conundrum. We're going to explore 9 subtle behaviors that these smart individuals, wrestling with low self-esteem, often exhibit. These behaviors range from overthinking decisions and striving for perfection to underestimating their abilities and constantly comparing themselves to others. Some may even have a fear of success, struggle with self-acceptance, or have difficulty accepting compliments. But why does this matter? Well, understanding these behaviors is the first step towards improving self-esteem. By recognizing these traits, we can begin to address them, helping these individuals to embrace their potential fully and live more fulfilling lives. So, are you ready to unravel this mystery? Stay with us to discover the 9 subtle behaviors displayed by highly intelligent people with low self-esteem. The first behavior is overthinking decisions. Picture this: a highly intelligent individual standing in the cereal aisle, frozen in indecision over whether to choose the Fruity Loops or the Fiber Oats. Sounds silly, right? But this is a classic example of overthinking even the simplest decisions. It's not about the cereal, it's about the fear of making a mistake, the fear of regret, the fear of what could go wrong. This fear is so paralyzing that it traps them in a whirlwind of thoughts, often termed as analysis paralysis. They weigh every possible outcome, every potential repercussion, until they are so entangled in their thoughts that they can't make a decision at all. And this isn't limited to choosing breakfast foods, it extends to all aspects of their life, from career decisions to relationships. This overthinking can lead to stress and anxiety, further lowering their self-esteem. The second behavior is perfectionism. This trait is often seen in highly intelligent individuals who, despite their abilities, grapple with low self-esteem. They set the bar immensely high for themselves, aiming for nothing less than flawlessness. The standards they set are often unrealistic, and more often than not, they're unachievable. They meticulously nitpick every detail of their work, every decision they make, and every step they take. This relentless scrutiny can lead to feelings of inadequacy when they inevitably fall short of these self-imposed targets. Imagine always chasing an elusive ideal, a mirage of perfection that keeps drifting further away the closer you get. It's a constant battle with oneself, a tug of war between aspiration and reality. The irony is, while they strive for perfection in an attempt to boost their self-esteem, it often has the opposite effect. The consistent failure to meet their own stringent standards can be a blow to their self-confidence. This relentless pursuit of perfection can be emotionally draining and detrimental to their self-esteem. The third behavior is underestimating their abilities. Now, this one might surprise you because we're talking about highly intelligent people here, but you see, their intelligence sometimes becomes a double-edged sword. They're so aware of what they know, and more importantly what they don't know, that they often downplay their own skills and capabilities. They focus more on their shortcomings, their gaps in knowledge, rather than their strengths. This isn't about humility, it's about a skewed self-perception, a mirror that reflects not their true self, but a distorted image clouded by self-doubt and insecurity. They might be top-notch coders, brilliant writers, or innovative thinkers, but in their minds, they're always a step behind, always lacking in some way. This constant underestimation can be detrimental. It can prevent them from seizing opportunities, from stepping into the spotlight, from realizing their full potential. Because they're so caught up in what they can't do, they overlook what they can. This constant self-doubt can hinder their growth and development. The fourth behavior is seeking validation. As we delve deeper into this fascinating topic, it's crucial to understand how this characteristic manifests in highly intelligent individuals with low self-esteem. These individuals often find themselves in a constant search for approval from others. This isn't just about wanting to fit in or be liked, it goes deeper than that. It's about the struggle to acknowledge their own worth and the value of their accomplishments. They might subconsciously believe that their intelligence and achievements are not enough, so they seek external validation as a measure of their worth. This could manifest in a variety of ways, from seeking praise for their work to constantly asking for reassurance in their decisions. But here's the twist. This search for approval can become a vicious cycle. When validation is not received, it can lead to feelings of rejection and inadequacy, further lowering their self-esteem. It's a cycle that's not easy to break, but understanding it is the first step towards change. This reliance on external validation can further lower their self-esteem when it is not received. The fifth behavior is avoiding risks. Now, this isn't about bungee jumping or skydiving, we're talking about intellectual and emotional risks. Highly intelligent individuals with low self-esteem often shy away from situations that could lead to failure. It's not just a fear of failing, it's a fear of what that failure might say about them. They worry it might confirm their deepest fears, that they're not good enough, not smart enough, or simply not up to par. This fear of failure can make them play it safe. They might stick to what they know, avoid new experiences, or hesitate to take on challenging tasks. It's like they're walking on a narrow path, afraid to step off into the unknown. But here's the thing. By avoiding risks, they're also avoiding opportunities, chances to learn, to grow, to discover new strengths and interests. So, while it might feel safer in the short term, in the long run, this risk avoidance can limit their opportunities and potential for growth. It's like they're in a room full of doors, but they're too afraid to open any of them. And that's a real shame, because who knows what amazing things might be waiting on the other side. The sixth behavior is struggling with self-acceptance. This might be one of the most challenging aspects of low self-esteem, especially for those who are intellectually gifted. They often find themselves in a constant battle with their own self-image, unable to fully accept who they are. They focus on their flaws, their mistakes, the things they believe they should have done better. This self-criticism, this inability to forgive themselves for being human, can be relentless. They might have a brilliant mind, but they see themselves through a distorted lens that magnifies their perceived shortcomings while downplaying their strengths. This struggle isn't about humility or modesty, it's about an internal conflict, a war waged between their intelligence and their self-perception. It's a silent battle, often hidden behind a smile or a shrug, but it's there, gnawing at their self-confidence, their happiness, their peace. Yet, it's crucial to remember that we are all works in progress. We're not defined by our mistakes, but by how we learn and grow from them. So, if you find yourself struggling with self-acceptance, remember, it's okay to be imperfect. Embrace your flaws, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your strengths. This struggle with self-acceptance can further lower their self-esteem and hinder their progress. Don't let it. You are more than your insecurities. You are more than enough. The seventh behavior is fearing success. It's a paradox that might seem counterintuitive, but it's a reality for many intelligent individuals with low self-esteem. They often fear success just as much as they fear failure. Why, you might ask? Well, it boils down to a belief that they are undeserving of success. It's like they've built an invisible barrier around themselves, a barrier that echoes the words, "You're not good enough to enjoy this." This fear often stems from a lack of self-worth. They might think, sure, I've done well, but do I really deserve this? What if I can't sustain it? These thoughts can be paralyzing, causing them to shy away from opportunities and potential accomplishments. But here's the thing. Everyone deserves success. And it's important to remember that success doesn't always look the same for everyone. It's not always about grand achievements or public recognition. Sometimes it's about personal growth, overcoming challenges, and becoming the best version of ourselves. This fear of success can hold them back from achieving their full potential. So let's strive to break down these barriers and realize that success is not something to be feared, but embraced. The eighth behavior is having difficulty accepting compliments. You see, for some highly intelligent individuals who grapple with low self-esteem, receiving compliments can be a real challenge. They often find it hard to believe they are deserving of praise. Why does this happen, you might ask? Well, it's because they constantly undervalue their capabilities and achievements. When someone compliments them, it contradicts their self-perception, creating an uncomfortable cognitive dissonance. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Something just doesn't sit right. This difficulty in accepting compliments isn't just about modesty or humility, it's a reflection of their deep-seated feelings of inadequacy. And unfortunately, this can turn into a vicious cycle. The more they dismiss praise, the more they reinforce their low self-esteem. In essence, the struggle to accept compliments can act as another barrier to their progress. It can prevent them from fully recognizing their worth and potential, and hinder their journey towards self-improvement and success. This difficulty accepting compliments can further lower their self-esteem and hinder their progress. The ninth and final behavior is constant comparison with others. Highly intelligent individuals with low self-esteem often find themselves in a perpetual state of comparison. They look at their peers, their colleagues, even strangers, and feel a sense of inadequacy when they perceive others as being better or more successful. This is not a once-in-a-while occurrence but a constant, ongoing comparison. They measure their worth based on external achievements, not realizing that every individual is unique, with their own set of strengths and weaknesses. This constant benchmarking against others creates an unhealthy cycle of self-doubt and feelings of inadequacy. And when they fall short in these comparisons, it amplifies their already low self-esteem. But here's the truth: everyone progresses at their own pace. And success is not a race. It's important to remember that the only person you should strive to be better than is the person you were yesterday. This constant comparison can further lower their self-esteem and hinder their growth. To conclude, highly intelligent individuals with low self-esteem often display these 9 behaviors. We've seen how overthinking decisions can stifle progress, while perfectionism can create unrealistic standards. These individuals often underestimate their abilities, leading to missed opportunities. Seeking validation from others becomes a crutch, while avoiding risks keeps them from stepping outside their comfort zone. Struggling with self-acceptance, they may find it hard to appreciate their own worth. Fearing success, they might sabotage their own achievements. They have difficulty accepting compliments, brushing them off instead of taking them to heart. And the constant comparison with others only fuels their feelings of inadequacy. These behaviors are deeply rooted in a fear of failure, criticism, and a sense of not being good enough. Recognizing and addressing these behaviors is crucial. Remember, understanding these behaviors is the first step towards improving self-esteem and reaching your full potential.